All right, so we're diving back into Bitcoin today. Everyone's been watching it, and with good reason, because things are getting really interesting,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially with that recent push past 100,000.
Yep.
And, we've got some new data from CryptoQuant, that platform that really digs into the on-chain stuff. And it looks like we're moving into a whole new phase here. I mean, just looking at where Bitcoin's sitting right now, around 84,000, it's like up a good 1 or 2, maybe even 3% in the last day alone.
Yeah, a lot of movement recently.
So what's going on here? We need to, break this down.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the most fascinating things that's really jumped out from the recent data is how much the selling pressure has dropped, like dramatically.
Okay, yeah, I saw that, like a huge percentage drop, right?
Yeah, so it's like a 64% plunge.
Wow.
In the average daily selling pressure on the major exchanges, we're talking about going from like 81,000 Bitcoin down to just 29,000 Bitcoin being sold each day.
That's a massive difference. Like, what's causing that? Are people just, less interested in selling at these prices? Or
Well, yeah, part of it is that, like, this whole reduction in selling pressure, it's happening at the same time that the number of Bitcoin flowing into exchanges, well, it's like the lowest it's been in almost 2 years. So basically, fewer people are moving their Bitcoin to exchanges to, sell them off.
So it's drying up the supply.
Exactly. Diminishing sell-side liquidity, as they call it.
Okay. So if there are fewer sellers out there, less Bitcoin up for grabs, I'm thinking, doesn't that mean, the price is going to be pushed up? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to buy and there's less available, you got to pay more, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's basic supply and demand.
Yeah.
Buyers might have to start bidding higher to actually, get the Bitcoin they want. This could really speed up how quickly we see prices go even higher than we've seen before. It's like a shift in the whole structure of the market.
It's interesting because, right after Bitcoin broke that 100,000 mark, there was all this talk about asymmetric demand. It sounds kind of complicated, but is it really just saying there are way more buyers than sellers?
Well, yeah, in a nutshell, it means the desire to buy outweighs the desire to sell, but at the prices we're seeing. What's really striking is that it's similar to what happened back in 2020. Remember that bullish run? Back then, we saw the same kind of thing where these
Okay.
big holders, the whales, they were constantly buying up Bitcoin whenever the price dipped even a little.
And the data showing those big players are doing the same thing now, even with the price below that recent high.
Yep, they're still buying a lot, even at these levels. It really makes you think they're betting on way higher prices in the future. It's like they're creating this constant buying pressure that sucks up any Bitcoin that becomes available.
And all this buying, combined with the fact that people are selling less, it really highlights that shrinking supply, right?
Yep.
BlackRock even came out and talked about a potential Bitcoin supply shock.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of scary.
Well, I mean, it's a bold statement, but when you look at the numbers, it makes sense. Bitcoin only has a total supply of 21 million coins ever, and we've already mined like 19.5 million.
So most of it's already out there.
Right. And BlackRock's point that there isn't even enough Bitcoin for every millionaire to own one, well, that really underscores this whole scarcity thing.
So less Bitcoin being sold, big players constantly buying, and a hard limit on how much Bitcoin there can ever be. It feels like this could be leading to something big.
Absolutely. This growing scarcity means the market will react way more strongly to any increase in demand. I mean, imagine if institutions keep pouring money into Bitcoin while everyone else is holding on to theirs.
The price could skyrocket.
Yeah, we could be in for some pretty intense upward price swings.
So just to recap for everyone listening, we're seeing a massive decrease in people selling their Bitcoin.
Yeah.
At the same time, those major players, the ones with deep pockets, are scooping it up, reminding us of past bull markets. And on top of all that, we're looking at a real shortage of available Bitcoin. Put all that together, and it really paints a picture of where the market might be headed.
It definitely does. Which brings up a really important question for all of you. Thinking about all this, less selling, huge demand, and in this increasing scarcity, what does that all mean for Bitcoin in the long run? What role will it play in the future, and where could the price go? I think it's something worth really considering as we move forward.